Che bella cosa, una giornata sole, mai.
Words would be proper if actions were glue.
Okay, let's just start by getting this out of the way. I know I look ridiculous, but I accidentally washed my hair with bleach, okay? Like magical bleach, the kind of bleach that dyes your hair purple and grows it into a bob. I'm not gonna lie. This is not a good look for me, like, at all. I look like Ramona Flowers' less attractive brother. I look like Michael Moore cosplaying as James from Pokemon. I look like if Hit Girl from Kick-Ass had a Tumblr account. So, you kinda get the idea. Let's use this hairy disaster as an opportunity to look fondly back at the haircuts that have carried me through life and the haunting stories behind them. Usually when somebody makes a video like this, they show pictures of their haircuts. However, unfortunately, all my pictures were destroyed in the big wreck, so I'm gonna be doing the next best thing. I'm gonna be drawing them. Baby Peach was a simple man with simple needs. He liked cookies, warm milk, gurgling his own spit into bubbles. It was a simpler time. I had roughly 3 hairs. So pretty much as you would expect from a baby. Until I turned 5 years old. This is when the horrors began. I wasn't like the other children at school. I had a mullet. A long, curly, poofy mullet. I guess it was my parents' decision to give me a mullet, but I was a kid and I had literally no shame. Also, it was the 90s. Roughly a year later, I took a much more casual route through childhood. My hair was short, a little wavy, nothing to write home about. Then I turned 11 and all my friends were doing this thing where they would spike their fringes up with hair gel. And I thought that was the coolest thing. I wanted to be cool. I wasn't cool. So I attempted the look myself. And it never really worked. I kind of overdid it with the hair gel. Again, I have curly hair, so it kind of just turned into this little wavy poof sitting at the top of my forehead. Then I remember the summer before I went off to secondary school. There was this girl I liked, and I thought I would really impress her if I came back to school with really cool hair. I knew that there was very little I could do with the cut itself, but the color was a different matter altogether. I thought if I dyed my hair blonde, ooh, I would look so cool. I was literally using Super Saiyan Goku and Eminem as a reference. Would you believe? Now, I didn't use the traditional method of dyeing your hair. No, that would make too much sense. So instead, I used this spray that gradually, over the summer, the sun would chemically bleach your hair. I didn't know the science behind it. All I knew is I wanted that blonde hair, boy. So I used it constantly throughout summer, looking at pictures of Goku and Eminem thinking, ooh, everyone's gonna think I'm so cool. Oh, Jesus. Oh, jeez. Well, September rolled around and it didn't work. Would you believe that the sun bleaching technique didn't work? Who would have thought it? My hair was not the bleach white blonde that I desired. Instead, it was this kind of putrid orange, swampy, greeny kind of color. I specifically remember the girl that I liked laughing at the abomination that sat on my head. It was the first day of secondary school, which was also school picture day. So that's cool. Then when I was 13, a friend of mine got frosted tips in his hair and also convinced me to do it. And I was pretty close to doing it. It was the early 2000s and I thought it looked pretty cool. We had the bleach ready to go. And then the last minute I was like, what am I doing? And I really do think I dodged a puka shell bullet there. Then when I turned 14, I just started to grow my hair and just let it down. I stopped trying to style it up. That was never gonna work. And slowly I started edging towards the PJ you know today. Except for some reason, I decided to straighten my hair every day and style my fringe down in front of my eyes. I'm not kidding. I couldn't see anything, but I was going through a phase. Eventually, I started just pushing the fringe to the side and I could finally see. Physically, that is. Metaphorically, I was still blind as a rock. See, when I was 15 and I'd grown my fringe out quite long, my girlfriend at the time convinced me to dye a blonde streak into it. And I thought, hell yeah, if it's gonna impress her, then sure. So she dyed the streak through my fringe and then immediately proceeded to break up with me. And then the next day was my birthday, so. I don't know if I wronged her in some way, or that blonde streak, it stuck with me for quite a while. Some years, in fact. From then on, I had some pretty major trust issues. I didn't let anybody touch my hair, so I didn't get it cut for years. It just grew into this unshapely, messy, wiry lump of dog hair, is the best way I could describe it. It was an abomination, but I was in a hardcore screamo band at the time, so it kind of made sense. That actually reminds me, everybody else in the band had jet black hair, so I thought maybe I should dye my hair black. And I rocked that look for a solid 15 minutes. I immediately hated it and I just washed my hair for 2 hours. And then by the end of those 2 hours, it left me with quite a dark walnutty brown kind of color. And I actually kind of liked it. It also got rid of the blonde streak, so kind of killed 2 birds with 1 stone there. When I turned 19, I finally vanquished the mop and went to university. I finally had just a normal haircut. I stopped straightening it and just embraced the waviness. And honestly, for the first time in my life, I was just content with my hair. So naturally, I messed it up again. I became obsessed with this idea of having a box fringe for some reason. Spoiler alert, I don't suit a box fringe. I got my friend Tom to cut my hair for me, and for a while, I rocked the box fringe. Well, I say I rocked it. I had it. Thank the cosmic crabs that I grew out of that phase very quickly. And then since then, I've pretty much had the same hairstyle. I just like to leave it as natural as possible now. No dye, no straightening, no product. I wash my hair and I blow dry it for like 20 seconds and then that's that. And I think the truth is, I just stopped caring about how my hair looks. I realized that you're not going to impress someone based on what your hair looks like. It doesn't matter what's up here if what's in here is bad. Is that immoral? I don't know. Growing up was weird. As a kid, you should not be spending your life trying to impress people with how your hair looks. Like, no kid should be worrying about that, like, ever. If you want to look like Goku, go ahead, but do it for yourself. Don't do it for other people, you know? And hey, look at me now, all because I accidentally washed my hair with magical bleach. Hang about. Wait a minute, this isn't real. None of this is real. This is just a wig. It's just a wig, everybody. Look at that. Oh, who would have thought it? I'd even convinced myself it was real. I've been given a second chance. Hair gods, I will not squander this chance you have generously given me, I promise you. Happy days, everybody. Happy days. Well, if you liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. If you have any hair disaster stories, please leave them in the comments below, because who doesn't love a good hair disaster story? And hey, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.